This area is no good. It's just rubbish. In 19, about before I left for out west, and it's all bad. The conservatives and that Ted Cruz and Jordan Peterson, all those yups, are destroying our democracy. Justin Trudeau is a little bit better, but putting that pipeline through was a violation of democracy. Um, this country's being taken down because of NAFTA agreements. You got a bunch of dissonance all over the place that should be just locked down. Dutch farmers, come on, nitrates. You give me a freedom, man. Yeah, nitrates. Nitrates destroy groundwater. Commodity boards are destroying Canada, taking farms. We got an unlawless real estate practice now. It's called house flipping. It's going into real estate fraud. They've stolen my property. Tried to get law in Ontario. I'll give you a 2-year statute. I'm suing on the. I went through trauma for the whole system. Homeless. I worked in the horse racing businesses in rock and roll, man. But I'm mother was an Australian. She filled out those papers. She'll pay for them. I'm going up to Ottawa, and I'm going to put through for the Supreme Court of Canada because I don't think Ontario's got any justice system. I've tried the Ontario Provincial Police. They send me back. The Mounties send me back to them. They won't investigate. So I'm going to go up to the Supreme Court of Canada and sue them, and I'm suing the province. This riding. There's issues. I was starving to death. I can't afford to live here. These box stores are crooks. They've destroyed farming and agriculture. The price of fuel's going up, so what do? Raise the price of everything. I'm denouncing citizenship, and I'm getting a lot of money I want and I'm demanding. And I'm going to fight in the Supreme Court of Canada for $15 million. I've had it with Canada. My mother said, they said, you're not one of us, you're an Australian. Your mother was Australian. Good. Because you're not one of me. You destroy and take my property and you can go get stuffed. I'm taking you down. I'm going to get all that money back plus more. And I'm going to sue a couple of hospitals here for throwing me out with homelessness. Man, I've worked all my friggin' life in the horse racing industry. You destroyed that. Australia, we're going to keep you out. We're going to keep Jordan Peterson out. We're going to keep Ted Cruz out. We're going to keep it honest. So I'm denouncing citizenship so I can run in Canberra in political office to shut down the dissonance that destroys our human justice system and our rights as Australians. Australia is built on law and order, and it has to have those attributes. The real estate is getting better in Australia in certain parts. Perth, Queensland is really getting better. You couldn't buy a friggin' doghouse for the prices of these mansions up in Queensland. You couldn't. So we got a landlord class. What did they? I'm not a communist, but Mao said it right. They're parasites. Parasites. People own land and property. Agenda 22 has to end. We got to move out and live rural and have a good life. Right? You can live in smaller areas. Port Douglas is what I'm looking at. Outside areas. There's areas of Brisbane. There's areas Hunter Valley. Nice. We got to maintain Australian autonomy, and we need to have a law stronger than Bill 11. Cupcakes are going against it in Canada. They're destroying our economy. These truckers are a menace. And it was Prime Minister Trudeau's doing his best. We're at friggin' war, you stupid suckers, and you're all protesting every day. Your music's garbage. Australian music's getting better. That is terrible crap. This is 1960s, 19 Fender Telecaster. Kid comes in, here's that Japanese, no, it's American USA. Well, how can you afford it? Well, at one time I used to work from 6:30 in the morning at racing, taking horses from track, and 3:30 at night. I didn't leave elders alone and no food. And he finally came around. Oh, you're angry. Of course I am. Because you let horses die too. I'm not going to be tethered to these box stores. I'm not going to live in a Doug Ford economy. No. I want to live in an economy where we're going to get renewables, justice, fair play, no tough love. That's Mike Harris's rubbish, and he killed walkers with that tough love. You got people sleeping in the parks because your shelters are funded by brokers. Do you know that? I'm sure it is. Your shelters are narcissistic controllers that can't treat people right, and the people are messed up. They got mental health issues because of that garbage. You keep people down. I'm keeping people up in Australia. I'm a man that's against misogyny. So, Jordan Peterson, we're going to have a ban on you. A ban. You're no fly zone, Australia. I'm going to demand that. No fly zone on misogynists. That's not the type of psychology I want in there. I want a psychology that's going to help women get ahead and have an equality. Goodbye, Jorgen, and goodbye, Rex Murphy, and goodbye, Ted Cruz, and goodbye, all you right-wing sucking bastards that are destroying the environment of Australia. You can go and shove this up your rectum. You've destroyed our country. You damn conservatives and you damn manipulators on social media. Shut up. You cupcakes, you're growing up with your yuppie daddies. I'm a hippie. I was in counterculture trying to stop that Richard Nixon, man. Oh, hell, he made a mess. He off-booked the gold system. And if you look around you and we got working together, you might get some gold out of this ground in Ontario instead of going out and getting into stupid commercial garbage about glycogens. And my mother died of glycogens, man. What the hell is wrong with you? DDT was a toxin. Why do we have mental health problems? Dr. Abraham Hoffer had to go and quit his accolade as a shrink because he realized it was corruption. Big pharma is everywhere. So he went up to Victoria, BC, and he just became Abraham Hoffer at 65. And at 65, he wrote books on macronutrition. This new structure that the soil's being depleted because of glycogens on farm fields. So you want to have nitrates. This is it's like the handmaiden tale. Oh yes, we obey. The whole bloody stupid system. And pro-choice is a human right, but he didn't say he was going against you. He said he took your charitable status away. So what are you on there for? You're a bunch of anti-women feminists. You're an anti-feminist movement. of cupcakes. You're talking about paying your landlord, being a good subservient to the maggots and pedophile landlord classes. Not Canada. Wasn't. World War II was over. We built affordable housing. We didn't have landlord class. People owned houses. You can pay and keep paying because the inflationary cycles are going up. You'll never own a house. You're screwed. So just pay to him. And he might take it out on friggin' trade because you're all prostitutes and you're tramps. I see you in the bars. I go out to the bars and you're on that friggin' Instagram and you're swearing and cursing and playing that rotten music. And you got no class, girls. You got no class. You listen to Billy Ray was all right. Billy Ray Cyrus, but his daughter needed it. I'd slap his mama. My God, that music's crap. You know the show and dance song bit? Chuck Berry was a show and dance man. He could do the duck walk and play a 3-3-5 and rock and roll. But that's a show and dance boy that can play guitar behind his neck and with his friggin' teeth. But these people are just content people. You might look good, but you're just a friggin' prostitute, man. That's all you are. You're just prostitute. I've seen a prostitute. Big old fat boy up in Ottawa in the 1970s up there sitting in the bar. And I like to drink, man. I drink in Oz and I drink when I want it. I cupcakes in Nova Scotia, oh, you're a drinker. Oh, hell yeah. And horseman, too. I like rock and roll. I like punk Aussie. And I'm a rebel. I like Queensland rum. I like my beer, not therapist. And I like lots of jug. I want a friggin' drunk night. And I'm not a Canadian with this temperance crap. D.B. Taylor owned all the friggin' breweries. He didn't have a bunch of rackles going around saying you can't drink beer. You used to be able to piss in the woods, but they took all the trees away. I like to get drunk. I like to carouse. I like to curse and rock and roll. And you can kiss my country ass. Because this country is no country at all. It's just a bunch of cupcakes. Mothers of invention. We were playing rock and roll in the 70s. We had big amp crown amps. We had a lot. We were power mongers of the analog, massive columns of speakers. How much can they hear the rock and roll? But what happened? I know it's on rock and roll, and I friggin' like it. AC/DC, man, he's hitting these hammer-ons. But what's this shit? It's compressed, digitalized slave music of the slaves of the industrial music culture. Because you got no bloody platform of vinyl or CD. We used to record on 52 track. That was a lot of tracks, 2-inch tape. It's pretty good, man. But this crap. Kim, he turned 70, man. He's 70. Kim Mitchell, patio lanterns. So the kid says, he's got all sorts of money. Just give it away. He went in on the Canadian Tire and he told a woman there, I want this replaced. He says, he's got lots of money, just give it away. That's because you're a poor kid. You know, they come back, they look at Les Paul, and the friggin' fret wires are sitting there. Goes back. You can't buy a $7,500 Les Paul. What are you, a cupcake? Keep it, oh, it's all right. You're cutting your hands on it. Cupcakes. It's called quality control, man. It's called civil disobedience. That shit isn't right. I want it repaired. But what do? Cupcakes. And you date online, and I'll tell you, I'm done with it because online's not real women. Bar rooms is real women. I'm getting hit on all the time by other guys' wives because they're right wing swingers. I'm taking because I'm a good man, but not now. I'll screw you guy's wife if it is a PC. She wants to have a fun time, why not? I just get so drunk I lose the freaking paper. I hate PC. I hate Ted Cruz. I hate Doug Ford. I hate the right wing. I want NDP, green, liberal. But I don't want those colors. Doug Ford, he's, what's he say? His daughter says, Daddy says it's all right. If I were just him, I deserve to get raped. And every girl does too. Oh. So I go out in the bar and they got this shit music playing, this hip hop. I'm in there and I'm trying to have a dump. I'm sitting there and this music's just piping in. And that guy walks in, he's watching, oh crap, well, you get away from this. He's about 40s. He doesn't like that crap. You know the problem with music is? It's content, man. Content. So I shoveled shit for a long time. That's content. It's horse manure. But I argued with a girl on here about I like straw. That's racehorse stuff. Oh no, it's not that good. It's what I like. Because it's nice and soft. I don't like sleeping on shaving, you stupid bitch. I've done both. I like straw. And they're champs. But you got rid of the racing and you got into the self-righteousness again. Self-righteous. Friggin' cupcakes of PETA. I was a vegetarian too. I don't like horse abuse. No. But there's something called soft hands. And if you see the reins on that horse sit loose, shut up. This guy, look at this cupcake in New York. They're going on their honeymoon. It's a carriage horse. And she's taking pictures. Well, the horse is just walking. And the reins are laying flat. And she's a friggin' cupcake. You know, ladies, I like kindness. But animals are animals. I'm an animal. My girlfriend, she's a rock and roll heavy metal singer. I like my animal coming over. He's Wolfman. Batman. Yeah. But we're all animals. We're all animals. 2012, we were deemed all life is conscious. So this cupcake says I got a right to hate people, and I have a right that women should be made to have babies. Oh, well, I want to talk about this because that's an opinion. Because you have a bunch of right-wing mothers of invention that don't give women rights to have good employment or anything. So my opinion is shut up. Well, I can't hear you. Yeah, I was working in a bar. I'm deaf. You'll be deaf with this friggin' telly, and I'll smash it over your friggin' head. You sound nasty, damn right I am, you cupcake bastards. I worked in the horse racing business. You screwed that, man, with cupcake solutions and your big pharma doctors going around. It's not good for you. Beer is not good for you. Whiskey's not good for you. And then marijuana's not good for you. But there's other doctors who say, oh, it's all right. All right. So what camp do you go to? I go to Dr. Feelgood of the Boogie Woogie Piano. I go to the Doctor of Happiness. And I want a drink. I'm going to have a drink. And I'm going to say, fuck Doug Ford. What did he do? What did he do? We get Covert. An old man comes in here. Oh, what, Dad? Yeah, Covert, right? They open up every friggin' thing to keep his votes in. And then you got Tom Cruise coming up from the United States. Holy shit. And then you got this wacko and down there. He can't make money in Canada because they're a bladed housing market. So he's going to blade houses in the United States and flip them. You know where I'd flip them? Into a jail cell. Because it's criminal. The right to own land and property is the right for every Canadian and American. You should be in jail. It's money laundered garbage. How do you clean it up? Ban cryptos. Get off your ass and work. And do some farming and agriculture and bring back the natural agriculture system and start shoveling with a fork and a rake and not a machine, you friggin' cupcakes. Yeah. Listen, I hoed 5 acres once just with a hoe. It's a lot of work. I've done a lot of things by hand. It's a lot of work, yeah. I've done a lot of haying. It's something that has to be done. I don't leave an old man starving to death all weekend and go on holidays. And he says, you're mad at me. Fucking right I am. Yeah, you don't do that, man. I'm a 67-year-old gent. I can be a nice guy, but I can be awful cranky. So I'm saying, fuck Collingwood, and I'm leaving. It was my hometown, but they don't have any services here. I needed a home care. You want free money? Yeah. I want money back. So I'm going to leave the province, go up to maybe Ottawa, where I went into college. I worked hard. I got through equine things. I came back here and they're slaughtering horses. So I joined Bill C. We've tried to pass that through the NDP, the Greens, and all hell, it didn't get through the second read. So I'm frustrated. I wanted to end horse slaughter. In the real world, if we didn't overbreed horses and we knew what we were doing, it'd be good for business. We didn't. We had horse abuse cleared up. Good failures from horses not getting lame. Big good business. But in the real world, we've got horse slaughter. Because the statute said this. You want to be kind to animals? Fight Horse Nation. Fight with us. And quit going against questions. Horse people. Quit going against us. Join us. Fight for fairness on horses. We got doctors going around doing a sort of a Botox on horses, laming them because it's a Newtonian bunch of garbage. The flexor tendons are not to be tackle boxed, manipulated. It's called kinesiology we use. And then the cupcakes go out there and say that ain't effing science. Because it's old school chi energy, kinesiology, chiropractic, and it's not effing science. Energy healing is not effing science. No, you're into Newtonian. Ullman, I don't like. I'm a Reiki grandmaster. I use not just Reiki. I use a lot of modalities of energy. Kundalini. This guy's just saying you're an alchemist. I don't like that. I make you fairy crystals and pop them in the chakra zones of you. I don't like that. That's dangerous. No, it isn't. They dissolve, kid. He says, you shut up and listen to me. I said, you shut up and listen to me. Kid, I'm older than you. I've been working hard at this. I also know physiology of horses. Do you? You're doing psychic surgery out in Nova Scotia. You know everything. You told me to shut up. I'm not listening to you. You shut up. And quit calling me a drunk. I'm sober. It's my voice. Missing teeth, and you're judging me from some other old drunk, you know. And if I drink, that's my business. Gotta drink to live around these assholes. I'm a bitter man. Yeah, I am. I don't like conservatives. I don't like Ted Cruz. I don't like Donald Trump. They should be in jail. I don't like those truckers. RCMP had to go in into Alberta and like broke them up. They had guns and everything. What the hell do we got? We got a dissonance, and meanwhile, everything's crashing because we're trying to save Ukraine, but we got no heart. We're just fighting and arguing. So I'm looking at everything here, and I'd say delete social media, delete Twitter, because they're saying they should sue Musk. Nah, Musk says delete Twitter. They won't follow rules. They won't follow rules. He's an alien for it. He's an alien. Well, so is Leo Fender. He had the Stratocaster in space, probably. You could say he's a lizard person. You could say the producer of the PC computer called Bill Gates is an alien. You're all friggin' nuts. You're all nuts. He warned you that the pandemics would come out. What are you going to do? Say Warren Buffett? Bill Gates? All these guys that got millions? You know, these men know something. They're older men. They're cognitively smart. Just because I'm older doesn't mean I'm stupid. It doesn't mean I'm stupid. My father was cognitive right to the end. And he was born in 1897. Eight, yeah. Went to World War One. He told me every story. I'm glad. But this cupcake say your father was too old. Oh, crap. You know, my mother was 40 years old. Listen to this horse manure about older men and young women. It's horse manure. It's some sort of psychobabble garbage. No proof of it. Look at how long is with man, Sally Pilkington. Who's this girl, Lonnie? Laugh, man. So I'm dating a 36-year-old. It's all right. And I says, yeah. Ronnie's 67. He married Sally. She's 24. That's effing 6, she said. Is it? They love each other. What happened? Hey, Ronnie, what you doing, man? We had twins, mate. First time, twins. Rock and roll. And, you know, older men know how to make a woman feel good. They did. Because we've had a lot of partners. And we know when a woman feels good. You know, we don't care about ourselves getting anywhere. We're a little slow and everything. But we allowed to please a young woman, make her feel, Because we know there's young guys around here, and if we don't do our sexy stuff to them and treat them right, they'll go off to those idiots. Maybe they'll never find anything. You know, guys, young gentlemen, you want to know how to make love to a woman? You get one of those older women. Maybe she'll train you. And then go back to the young ones, and you might know something about women. I suggest that. There's lots of cougars out there, and they'd love to train you. Maybe her mama should take you in and show you something. Come on, guys, it's all right. But you can't be out the starting gate and nothing. You know, here's a bunch of guys on here. You got to flack and flop it. You know, you guys should do that before you go out instead of mumbling a bunch of young women in the bars. and touching them, pressing their boobies and stuff, you should just whack it and then go out and you're a little bit more relaxed. Because you're just on the bit there, kid. And am I being rude? You're not going to lose any. It's just that shot guru. His beard's glued on. Mine's real, man. Jerking off is all right for you young guys because you got too much spunk in you and you're too quick on the draw. You're watching pornography and not learning how to love a woman. You don't know your body. You don't know nothing except I gotta get it off, man. I look at this guy. He's trying to pick up a chick in the bar. And he's acting like a queer boy. Because, and what's happening? You guys getting feminine? No alpha male? How do you date a girl? Huh? How do you date a girl, guys? How do you date a girl? Am I being facetious? What happened to the alpha? I was not an alpha. I was a nice guy. Nice guys finish last. You gotta stand up for a woman. When a guy's shooting his mouth off, you say, "Shut up." He might hit you, but some buddies might pop in too, and I've had that. I said, "Your mouth's too big, kid. Shut up." I'm gonna hit you. I got about 20 guys behind me. Come on. Bikers, don't mess with me. I hang out with bikers. I hang out with construction crew kids. Don't try to punch me. I like this bar, and that's the way I am. I got a lot of bros, and I got native bros too, and I got cop bros. And don't hit me. But I'll tell you, shut your mouth. There's a lady here, and don't go in the bar after your girlfriend gives you a good do and show pictures of her. You're a disgusting piece of dirt. That's between you and her. But you take it on your smartphone. Hey man, look at this. Look what she does for me. You're a sick bastard. No respect, guys. If that was my daughter, I'd kick your ass so fast. I don't have any daughters, but I wouldn't let you do that. I'd cut your gonchils right off you, hurting her. Be a gentleman. I wouldn't give a young woman to you until you grew up. But there is some good men out there. So I'm not denouncing every young man out there. There's some young men that are kind, respectful. They love their sisters. They back them up. They believe in family values. I've met a lot of young men coming to me. Why do they talk to me that way, sir? Because you're a nice guy. It's okay, God. There's just some people that are really the party people. You don't have to be a party person. You gotta be a gentleman. I don't care if you're Group 1, Australian, you're gents. And I don't care what Sheila says. I like horse racing. They are gents. They're my gent friends at Flemington. I don't care. There's good horsemen and there's good horsewomen. And I don't think the vegan teachers very much. And he thinks he's this crazy bitch. Leave the kids alone, teacher. Leave the kids alone, this stupid cupcake stuff. The kid wouldn't give me a belt. He came over, I don't want this belt. I'm a vegan. Well, it's dead. And the belt's good. It's not like that plastic stuff I buy in there for $50 and it breaks. Well, it's not vegan. It's a dead hide. Everything's dead. It dies like this here. Look at here. Things die, and we don't dishonor the thing here. Where am I here? This is my grid. I have the ashes of my brother in a lily jewel. What am I supposed to do? It's an honor to carry the remains of a fine gentleman that they didn't have any respect for. Put him in a box. I want his ashes. And I put him in a dolphins because I loved him. And they just threw him in a box and burned his ashes and sold the house. Well, I'm going to teach them some messages. I got to go to Ottawa. There's no laws in Ontario. They've depleted the real estate. They can steal your property. We got these Ted Cruzes and these mothers of invention called landlord greed, house flipping morons that don't work. Land is for people, ownership and property, but Canada's gone into this. So now the kids want to go and flip houses in the United States. You're a bunch of assholes. Because you don't want to work. You don't want to go out. Prime Minister Trudeau came out and he said, "We got to hire Canadians now." Yeah. Yeah, we got to hire you kids. Not all you kids are lazy. There's a young woman, she wants to keep her pony, so she's doing drywall. Another young man, he wants to learn AutoCAD and engineering. He's cutting trees. Not lazy. Good kids. But on social media, just a bunch of profiteers. Flipping them coin, this digital, and it's going to crash. And it's inflating the economy. Buy gold that you sell. No, it's not going to work. And here's an idiot here. I said, "What are you going to buy?" "I'll buy the lake, and then I'll sell water." "Well, I'll put you under the lake and bury you, because that's what we used to do in the West, man. Just swing you. You don't buy resources that people need. Capitalists. We were never this way. This is after Ford and the industrialists. North America was based on traditional values, and people allotted land and they went and farmed it and grew agriculture. But they delete all the systems. The pioneer. The pioneer was America and Canada. They grew the property. The blacksmith. The blacksmith, yeah. Not the farrier, the blacksmith. He'd forge one tong. And he'd forge tools. And then with that, he'd make other tools and expand it. But we've lost all that. And he called this morality. World War II, we came back. The soldiers came back. World War I, conservatives are in. They didn't have any housing, nothing. They just started clubbing them in the streets of Toronto. Canadian uniformed military coming back from overseas. So we changed that. World War II, we knew that was wrong. We saw them coming back. We built wartime houses and made it affordable that people could have houses. So you're part of the wartime revolution. The boomers came out of that. I was a boomer. Steve Jobs was a boomer. We're not the problem. 1971, Richard Nixon, fighting in the free world, said, "We're going to have to fight those Viet Cong because of self-righteous ideology against communism." And they lost the war, but he offbooked all the FIFA dollar. We in the world were using the US standard dollar. And then you opened up the markets with the floodgates of a crashing economy, number games and video games. But you're not changing anything. You want to change something? We need to have a crash. In that crash, people will go down trying to maintain and keep their head above the water. It's over your top already. The Bank of Canada's raised its interest rates. Gas prices are going way up. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start working together. Now they're finding gold and silver, start investing in some materials, substance, no credit. Start living cheap, working and bartering and working together. I told a guy he wanted to send samples into Canada for horse tack. Sure. I want 3,000 US. I said, get stuffed. You don't understand, sir. You don't understand me. We are in an economic recession. Get stuffed and fuck off. I said that. You've been making me mad. He kept on coming back. You got to understand me, sir. I'll tell you what I understood. Take your tack and shove it. I'm not going to sample it. I can go to Big Pharma and they'll give me lots of samples. You want to promote samples in Canada, you send them across at your own expense and I'll go and promote them in good faith. But you come to me and ask me for $3,000 US, go. I'll use tax companies in North America or Australia. If you're getting like that, if you want to do business with me, good faith, my friend. Good faith, not this way. We're in an economic crash. I'm leaving Canada because I know we have no democracy. We have no democracy. Look at, I'm in the housing market and everything's being robbed. They're stealing houses, house flipping, criminals. The laws have been weakened. I have to use federal law. Maybe I'll get somewhere. I'm just living on a prayer. I'm not living here. I'm not getting food in, and it's food bank. I don't want food bank. I want my own money, and I want a Queensland house. And I want to raise horses. I know what I'm doing now. I've been watching the industries and how the horse racing's gone to crap. But he made it. He's got lots of money. He struggled too. But you do something you love, you struggle and kiss ass. There's a crossroads everywhere. When you get right wing and you get laws deleted, you got a crossroads, man. And you got to get around it. Well, I'm tired of the crossroads, no direction. I am deleting my membership to Canada, except for one thing. Canadian whiskey. But I am not a Canadian because you deleted the laws. And you are on the social media, right winging everything because you're stupid friggin' kids. The Canadian government is a good government. The Liberals, the NDP, the Greens. Up your poop shoot, kid. You know, McGregor, whatever your name, you yucky friggin' asshole. You listen to Gordon Peterson? These are enemies of the state. Ted Cruz is an asshole. They all have to be shut down. I had a guy come in on LinkedIn. He says, I'll pray for your communist soul. You got my name and you're calling me and you're a Trump supporter? Up yours. I'm leaving. We're being infiltrated. So the far right and the far left are no good. The moderates are the way. But we're all named one now. I'm a communist. I'm not a communist. They take a bit of Marxism, the means of production. But I'm looking at the economy, and this laptop is the means of production if you don't steal it on me. And I've got one sold, and it was a Mac. and I'm going to get a better one because she's going to pay for it. I want a really big Mac computer to do music recording, and I want new instruments, and they're all Australian. And I want Rode mics, and I want good gear, and I want her to pay until the cows come home. You want to take money illegally, you go to jail, but that's not good. I've sent people to jail. You don't make any money that way. You make slaves of them, paying for the rest of their friggin' life. And that's what I'm doing. She's not family. None of them are. They're not family. They're thieves. They didn't like me because I'm an Australian. I love horse racing. And I'm into metaphysical healing. I'm not a Christian. I'm a Buddhist. And I have a right to be that. I do believe in Jesus Christ, but I don't believe in God the Fear Man. Mr. Happy. I don't believe in that. I believe in God and love and kindness. But you believe in a God of wrath. Wrath of grapes. You're the failing Judas of the world. Jesus said, I see them with the heart. Judas, and you see with the eyes and the mind of Maya. So, am I crazy? I told him to shut up. And I'll tell every fucking Canadian in this country to shut up. Don't talk to me about shutting up. I'm talking. I have the floor, and you don't ever interrupt me. Sir, what are you talking? Are you trying to give me advice and tell me metaphysical alchemy is no good? You're talking to a shaman. You're just a kid. I'm a shaman. I've been a shaman since I was 1960s. I knew I had psychic ability. You shut up. You're just one of the new awakenings. I am a shaman. I'm a spiritual man, and I treat women right. I treat animals right, but I go against vegans. He wouldn't wear the belt because it was leather. I said, then you're a zealot. The animals died. There's no materials that are any good. We're destroying the planet with this stuff. This is plastic. It's going in the ocean and polluting our oceans. So you're going to get into that. Zealotry of the veganism is crazy. That animal's dead. So I use its leather. But the indigenous people of Canada, they kill animals because this is the climate. There's not much fruits and things. I like fruit, but I got to import them. So I won't go to somewhere where I don't have to import them. But I'm living in Canada. I eat fish. I'm not a vegan, unfortunately. I can't be. You're growing weed instead of fruits and vegetables. You can't grow bananas here. And you go around and say there's too much sugar in it. It's all lies. It's got potassium in it. It's how much you use. I drink a couple of beers. Sometimes I feel it's just too much. Sometimes I can go out and have quite a few beers and enjoy myself because I'm with good, positive people. It depends. If I get drunk with some buddies or some girlfriend, it's a good time. But you might not get it up, but that's all right. It's just easy to enjoy yourself. But everything gets so friggin' zealot-like and so damn right this way and that way. I only drink so much, don't drink anything. I don't get into that. I don't smoke weed. I don't want it. Why? Weed is right on. It's this bag. There's no control. A few drinks is all right. But I can't sit with my buddies and talk at the Legion or support my vets because of your stupid laws. I'm leaving. I don't want to get too drunk. I don't want to cause trouble in a bar. And I like to sit there and listen to a hockey game. But I got some idiot yelling at me that I'm a boomer because his wife kicked him out. I said, "Well, why do you call me a boomer?" Because her dad's a boomer, and he told her I'm an idiot. Oh, okay. Enough said. Enough said. You're a millennial idiot. And your wife threw you out because dad cared. He says, you gotta get rid of him. He's a jerk. So he's homeless sitting at a bar calling me a boomer. I'm sitting there, pardon me? You're a boomer. So Steve Jobs, you might as well eat that phone and shove it up your rectum. It's easy to point blame at everything, but you don't know what you're talking about. It's all right to say, sir, can I ask you something? Yeah, I'm here, but don't call me a boomer. Yeah, I get older guys coming to me. You think you can't keep playing guitar? Yeah, I'm too old. Bull crap. I'm 73 and I'm still rocking. Don't listen to that garbage. I'm 92. I found the nitty gritty dirt band, man. Tell him to shut up. I think you're right. He's 70. Happy birthday, Kim Mitchell. Yeah, rocking in the free will. I mean, yeah, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. It's rock and roll. Patty O'Lantern music was really music. Not cupcake stuff. It was music, rock and roll. The kid says, happy birthday. You know it's your birthday. Kim Mitchell, you have a good one, mate. I used to remember you and Max Webster. I was with a guy there. He went on to Platinum Blonde, 80s band. Blind and Blood, yeah. Good drummer. I was with Lighthouse. Bobby McBride did too much LSD and went to the other side of the Love Lake. But everything's a hassle. The friggin' systems back then. They were playing an ensemble in there, and I said, half an hour, man. What a hassle to do a gig, a full ensemble. We're gonna shut up and play, and he hit that kit, and they just horns kicked in. That was a good concert. But that's the way you can't get a start. You gotta go right from the starting gate when they cut it down to a half-hour gig. You gotta warm up, man. No, but you can't. Not major ensemble. That drummer's got a kick in him and hit it, man. You can't sit like that. And music was good. The Doors. Come on, baby, love my fire. Let the night on fire. Man for man. There's a lot of good music. What happened? Well, Napster came in. So we said, we're losing money. I got rid of the vinyl. I used to buy vinyl a lot. And that's something I got. She stole the stereos. I threw them out or some damn thing. It's against the law. They said, no, it's real estate law. Under Landlord-Tenant Act, he'd have to pay, but not this. So I'm going up to Ottawa and I'll get a better system. That was a high end. She sued. And she's going to be sucking blood out of the ground. And she'll never have anything. I'm going to make her ostracized in the court of Federal law because provincial law is a weak little mustard pot. And I've gone through enough. I had a shrink poison me because I had PTSD. And he's poisoned me in bipolar. He should be in jail, and I was trying to get him in jail, but oh, hell no, they're protected. Doctors are protected in Canada. Malpractice, malpractice, malpractice. You destroyed my marriage, man. You were drugging her. Malpractice. Ontario law has to be law, and we gotta have law and order. And I'm gonna go up to Ottawa and kick ass because that's where I came from when a good prime minister was in, and that was Pierre Elliott. Now, is he a communist? Is he a communist? Is Justin Trudeau a communist? No. They are not racists. They welcome people into this country, but you're all racists. And you got F. Trudeau. Used to have a law. If you go around with that F word, you go into the jail cell. Mohawk Nation, flying a flag. He's got a flag. Mohawk Nation, jail. You can go down the street, F. Trudeau on a flag. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? The haters. They can carry the flag. It's called freedom, man. You know, there was a time in this land when everybody respected everybody. First Nations people need honor and respect. Just go around F. Trudeau all the time. I don't like the pipeline, man. But he is doing something. I got to look right now what he's doing. But you're fighting him all the time, and these stupid bitches up there in Quebec. Holy Lord, you go around saying maybe we'll eat crickets. Maybe you could grow food, man, instead of getting so stupid. Pay your landlord class. You better find some land and go into the Northland and cook some food. Or you'll be prostitute to the landlord class. Because they're the maggots making profit on the masses. And you've allowed that capitalistic crap to take in. What is capitalism? Owning the means of production. Owning the means of your livelihood and paying rent. You stupid bimbos. I always was a respectful man. I always wondered what bimbo was, and I always believed in angel feathers. And the one thing that was going through my life was Bimbo, the scary clown. I always found clowns scary. It and stuff, man. So up in the 1970s, and I'm walking by the El Macombo biker out there, and he's just downstairs, a bunch of friggin' bimbos, man. Upstairs is some guy that you might like to listen to. He's from Austin, Texas, and that's Rob Buchanan. And he's got a 1952 Fender Telecaster. He's going to plug it in that Marshall stack. And he's going to blow your mind. Well, he did. He was incredible. And I love a Tele. I love the Tele. They're a great instrument. You know, the first friggin' war machine of music. You know, they had Les Paul came out with the log. But Leo Fender came out with this damn thing. The first one. She's just got two pickups, man. Two pickups, one there. That damn thing's taken off a student's guitar that you played on your knee. What if I maybe pick a guitar that's in standard tuning? Yeah, and he put a, well, it was no casters. It had just this pickup here, 101. And up here he put a bridge, and he called it the Telecaster. 1952 Leo Fender. Might have been from outer space, but no. He was just a Radio Shack guy. You get those Fender Telecasters of 52, that's gold. They're just top. These are an honest guitar. Strats you can make a mistake on, sound a little crappy and a bit off because you got a bit of a mid-range. This damn thing's just honest, and all music came from it. And Hank Williams, he's playing the Martins, and he was losing a lot because some guy'd smoke off and he'd smash it. Oh my load of shit! You can smash these damn things right over a guy's head. Might be a little out of tune, just tune her up and keep playing. It's a workman's guitar. They were just sort of so Keith Richards looked at the string and telly. I'll take this damn string off here. That's straight in the way. I'll tune her to open G, and I'll just hit it. And what was he? Honka Tonk one. And that was the way it was played. And it was open G rock hooter tune. And he found those tellies were good for that. Keith Richards. And it's rock and roll. I think George Harrison's playing a heavy sucker. She's made of rosewood. But what was Stairway to Heaven played on? What was it played on? Les Paul? Nah. The original album was played on this. It was an old telly. She had a blonde top back with the Yardbirds. Jimmy Page picked it up. He played that so beautifully on there. A lot of gain. He switched it to Strats and the Les Pauls, but they were just this damn thing. That's what it was. It's technique, kids. Play guitar, you gotta learn technique. Like you look at the blues greats like Muddy Waters, Ospick, Telly. They just have technique. The action's a little high. I go in a guitar shop and the idiots are in there showing their shit off. And they go, if that action's a little high, I like that. Why? How can you bend it? That's a 10, 11. I can bend it pretty good. You can't? You wearing those 3 cool strings? You gotta get some guts into these fingers. This is action's high. I like high action. It's chunky. Some people can't handle it. My fingers are long. I can play 12 keys on that piano. I was playing, you transcend from one instrument to another. I was playing jazz bass, Fender Jazz. There's a lot of cable there. She's a long scale and there's just reaching, so these fingers got water. And I started playing Lightning Hawk and stuff, and Chuck Berry, and I started doing rockabilly. I started doing country picking. I started doing a lot of rock and roll, reggae, open tunings. I've been playing since '66. Maybe I got something to show you. But you say I'm a boomer. I like progressive music. But it's not progressing. It can progress, kids. You gotta know some theory, some understanding of what music structure is. Do I know it all? Do I know everything about horses? No. Do I know everything about life? No. The day I know it all, I'll be in the ground. And I'll have to come back and learn more. There's not enough to know. So you know what you know, but you don't come out of the cupcake school and say, I know it all. And that's the way I came up, like a friggin' cupcake. And I use that term because I got tuned in. You don't know it all, kid. Shut up. When I was 24 and I was a smart ass kid out of college. I don't know it all. And I've never known it all. It's called humility. I play piano, I play guitar, I play harmonica. Do I do it better than anybody else? I don't care. I just do it the way I can do it. And I keep on listening to myself. It sounds a little better than what it was, but don't compare. Don't go on Instagram and look at that other one. I look at me. That's the problem with the world. Just look at yourself and work on making yourself better. Don't worry about other people. You're not a carbon copy of anybody. You're unique, you. And that's what makes music. You. Your way of technique, your hands, your voice, who you are and who you become. That's you, kids. Don't be the copyists. Because that's not progressive. Progressive music is trying something a little different. Stepping out of the herd of the cupcake schools and getting into the herd of consciousness expansion. Learning musical theory, structure, listening to old music, listening to everything you can. But just listening to that crap there, you'll never get anywhere because it's not good music. It's not good music. You have to go back a bit. And don't be so rebellious, because as soon as you get rebellious, you start to conform to the rebellious. The anarchists of nothing. And that's the problem if everything gets failed, because the anarchy is the problem. Third wave feminism, it was all anarchy. Girls, it was anarchy, and so it was shut down. New agenda for feminism. Fourth wave, non-anarchy and uniting sisterhood. And you're never going to get ahead kicking your head against that friggin' wall there. That's all I'm saying. Wisdom of an older man that might die someday and wants a better world for you.